Welcome everyone to Not That Media. My name is John, and in today's video I just want to spend a little bit of time going over with you guys the Merlin Annual Pass. This is not going to be a deep dive or a full history of the Merlin passes. This is just more a quick update from me from a channel perspective, because after a really positive trip to Alton Towers, Joanne and I decided to invest in the Merlin Annual Pass. We have received both of our annual passes and have been using it, so I wanted to spend a little bit of time unboxing this, giving you an idea of what's inside it, giving you an idea of what the perks are depending on the levels, and to see obviously if it's something that you may be interested in the future. So come along with me as I discuss Merlin Annual Passes. Now, Merlin Annual Passes come in 4 levels. They come in the Discovery, which is £99 a year, the Silver, which is £169 a year, or you can pay it monthly at £11.99 with a joining fee. The Gold Pass, which is £239 annual, or £16.99 a month, including a sign-on amount. And the Platinum Pass, which is £299 or £21.99 a month with a joining fee. You can choose, as it said, for the Silver, Gold and Platinum to pay monthly, or you can pay outright for a cheaper rate. Each one of these levels comes with its own pros and cons, and Joanne and I have invested in Platinum Passes. Now, the reason for the Platinum Pass, which I'm sure will become evident in a moment, is quite simply this gives us the top tier access and discounts and promotions to everything. And with the advent of the channel, and after a really positive day in Alton Towers, and the thought that actually doing theme park content is something that I would be more interested in doing, it seemed more logical to go for the pass that opens the most days in terms of entry to these attractions. So I'm going to go over that in a little bit of detail. I also want to do a little bit of an unboxing video for the Platinum Pass that came through, because it does come with a few interesting bits and pieces. This video may be relatively rough and ready. If it does cut quickly, or if I do go off on a small tangent, I do apologise. I just wanted to get this out, frankly, before I go to the park to start using what's inside it. So if you only want the Discovery Pass, that will enable you to attend on over 200 days in a year to the attractions. Now, obviously, the Discovery Pass as a con comes with the least access, so premium days, premier days, holiday days, things like that. They're probably locked out to you, to be perfectly honest. But if you're happy to have a pass that will enable you to go a few times a year at random, just as and when you can, and if the calendar allows, I think that's the easiest thing to get done. It's off-peak only is the way to look at it. With the Silver Pass, you get over 295 days access to the attractions, which excludes, select peak days and the month of August. So the entirety of August apparently is locked out. And you do get additional benefits, and I'll go through the benefits in a bit more detail in a minute, such as 10% off food and drink and discounted tickets for your family and friends. If you invest in the Gold Pass, that is over 340 days availability, includes £5 off the fast track vouchers, and enables you to get 20% off food and drink within the park. The Platinum Pass enables you to attend 364 days a year. Now, despite my attempt to find out which is the one day of the year you can't attend, that information for some reason is just not readily available on their website. I'm going to assume it's either Christmas Day or New Year's Day, but I don't actually know. So if you're in the comments and you know which day it is, please do say, because despite my trying, I actually couldn't figure out which day it was. I got to the stage where I actually questioned if there was 364 days in a year. As ridiculous as that sounds, there's 365 days a year, by the way. That is the best pass. You can attend whenever you want. There is absolutely no exclusion dates. There is no worry about parking. You get free parking. You get £5 off the tracks, the fast tracks, sorry, I should say, and you get benefits and more reservations per park. I think with the Platinum Pass, you can get up to 6 reservations at once. Now, the prices I've indicated to you, ranging from £99 up to £299, are per person and is for 1 year's worth of discount. There are promotions sometimes, and for the sake of myself as well, sometimes your employer will run incentive-based things such as Thrive and things like that. So if you work for an organisation, do check your benefits and things like that, because you might actually be entitled to a discount. If not, you can actually get a discount via the website. The one I got from my employer is the one that is currently running at the moment. They just happens to be an all year round one. It also enables you, if you're a Merlin Pass holder, to join the holiday club. You're automatically eligible for the holiday club. You don't join it as in a proper joining. You can do it, which enables you to get discounted rates on hotel rooms at Thorpe Park and Alton Towers. Now, I've given my opinion of the Thorpe Park hotel. That's in a separate video, which I do recommend watching. But I've also given the Alton Towers one, which I also recommend watching. So it will appear on the screen. I am going to go through this as quickly as possible before we get to the unboxing, but to give you an idea of the levels, with the Discovery Pass, you quite literally get the opportunity to, over the 200 days, like I said, you can pre-book multiple days for your tickets, and you get a digital pass. That's all you get. It's very loose. It's very rough. It's just, you can just go to the parks, basically. With the Silver level, that entitles you to 10% off your food and drink in the park, up to 20%. Oh, sorry, I should say as well, the Discovery Pass does not enable you to join or be with the Merlin Holiday Club. So if I'm being frank, personally, I would recommend going Silver upwards. There's not a massive amount of difference between Discovery and Silver, and you just get better perks with Silver straight away. You get your 10% off your food, drink and beverages in the parks, and you get 20% off your stays with the Merlin Holiday Club. And with Silver, you also get discounted tickets to visit on restricted days of select attractions. So you can uppay if you want to go on a particular day. The Gold Pass gives you everything I've just mentioned, except it gives you 20% off food and drink in the park, discounted days, £5 off Fast Track, but Gold also gives you a free lanyard, card holder, and a pop badge. I'll go into what that is in a moment in the unboxing. And the Platinum gives you quite literally everything. It gives you the digital pass, the free car parking. Car parking is also free for Gold Pass, I should say as well. 20% off food and drink and merchandise, 20% off your hotels, a free Coca-Cola Freestyle cup with a lanyard and 2 drink refills. So again, that's a really good little bonus for the Platinum. £5 off your Fast Track vouchers and the free lanyard, card holder and pop badge. I would say about these 4 passes is they probably deserve some time on your part to number crunch. I would not buy any of these 4 passes on an impulse, and certainly Joanne and I did not, because of course if you're a couple like Joanne and I are, you have to pay for 2 passes, so that's 2 Platinum passes as well. If you're a family of 5, that then suddenly becomes 5 passes. So the way that you've got to look at it is you've got to say, okay, the aim for me, and I hope some people are the same, or if not, they may subscribe to this way of thinking, is for me, if I invest in one of these 4 passes, I effectively need to know that I am going to be using it enough, attending the attractions, buying the merchandise, buying the food, to cover that cost. Because for me, the goal here is to actually get yourself into a positive with this. So if you look at it as, say, for example, a £240 investment on my part per pass, so that's what that is effectively telling me, is I need to spend £500 or use £500 worth of attractions, and then everything after that, obviously not buying things, but attending the park, is free. So for a content creator like myself, who is somebody who's trying to go to the parks once, maybe twice a month, I can very quickly see myself recouping that cost when I actually break it down per park, per attraction. That £240 suddenly actually starts to go a very long way, and it gets into a point where I will actually be able to attend these parks for free. I've had the pass now for I think about 2 months, maybe 2 months, yeah, and we've already been to the parks about half a dozen times, and more journeys are already planned. So this thing is already getting to a stage where it's going to start paying for itself. If you're like me, and when you go you want to buy your magnets, your t-shirts, your merchandise, that 20% also adds up. So one of the videos I'm doing at the moment, and it is a very long, it'll be an annual video or a one-off annual video, is I'm keeping a log of everything we attend, everything we buy, all the receipts. It's all being kept, and I'm working out the differences to actually say, okay, at the end of the year, we invested X on Platinum passes, and we saved, I should say, Y. is it worth actually buying it? For me, I think it is, but you guys need to work this out yourselves, particularly if you are families. The Discovery Pass might seem like a really easy idea, but if there's multiple people, it adds up very quickly. But everyone is individual. I think that they're an absolute bargain if you can afford the investment, or alternatively, for the silver, gold, and platinum, you can pay monthly. But again, you've got to ask yourself, can you afford that £45, £46 a month if you're paying for 3 or 4 passes? So please do not go into this lightly, is what I would say. Do your homework, do the number crunching, go online, have a look at the different levels, have a look at the bonus scheme, have a look at the discounts, have a look at where you are in the UK compared to everywhere else. If you're up at the very top of Scotland, a trip from Scotland down to Chessington World of Adventure or down to Alton Towers is going to be so expensive that the pass, it kind of negates the whole point of going. But if you're similar to myself and you are within driving range, 2, maybe 3 hours driving range, and you can go up and down the country, this actually might be something that's very worth looking into if you're going to go to the park on a regular basis. But anyway, let's get to the unboxing. That comes is really nice and simple. It's a nice little box, nice little keepsake. Just simply says welcome to your Platinum Pass, and it's the Merlin Annual Pass. It's got the attractions on the back as shown hopefully on the video or in photograph copy. So yeah, Alton Towers, Blackpool Tower, Bear Grylls Adventure, Chessington, London Eye, Legoland Windsor, Legoland Discovery Centre. Legoland Discovery Centre is a interesting one in that you have to have a child to go to it other than separate paid evenings. So if you are a single person or a couple with no children, the Legoland Discovery Centre requires a child to enter. Madame Tussauds, the Sea Life, Shrek's Adventure, the Dungeons, Thorpe Park, and Warwick Castle. So yeah, it's really clean and smart. I'm going to assume for each level it will have a different colour theming. This is obviously very platinum. The platinum is a black card. So as soon as you open it up, you've got the QR code for your year of epic adventures awaits. On the right hand side, you have got your Coca-Cola Freestyle lanyard. The lanyard does not come in the post for you. It just simply has the annual pass on it. And I believe again, because this is unique to the Platinum pass, it is obviously depicted in the platinum colours, which is just the black and the silver and the blue. I will hopefully right now be inserting some shots of us picking up the freestyle machine. I'm not going to do a whole vlog on it. At the time of recording, we haven't picked it up yet, but we are intending to go to Alton Towers to collect that. So yeah, I'm hoping that's a nice and simple process. On the other side, we have the Platinum Pass lanyard. So I have seen the other lanyards. They are colour coordinated to your pass. So if you do have the gold, it is gold. It has all the attractions depicted on it. It's got the information that you need to know about it being a Platinum Pass holder. So there's not really a whole lot to say other than this is a lanyard. Yeah, again, it's a nice little thing to have. Right in the middle is the pop badge. Now I have to confess with pop badges, I'm not quite sure. So you've got the little box and the pop badge is inside it there like that. I have to confess, I'm not really aware of what pop badges are all about. I didn't know they were a thing. They're a way of clipping things onto your lanyard without having to worry about pin damage, so there you go, like that, you see. So you click it on like that. I have to admit, I'm not a big fan of these. I mean, I'd probably buy a couple if I saw them, they look good. But they just, for me, they're a recipe for... as he tries to, in front of you, pop it off, is the best way to look at it. I stand corrected, actually. These are not going anywhere. So there you go. That took some real effort, that did. But I am aware that these are quite popular in certain parks. I know Legoland are really pushing these. We haven't been to Legoland yet, but I have seen it on the Facebook pages. But again, it's a cool little way of notifying, people, having a little bit of a record that you are a Platinum Pass holder. Again, I don't think I would wander around the park with this on, but if you've got children and things like that. But again, it's a cool thing, but maybe I'm a little too old to be a fan of these kind of things. But it's nice to have. The box, while now the box is open, just shows the QR code and just more about the attractions, 50 plus events. Scan the QR code to get started. There's various social media channels. But again, it's a nice little presented box. The cardboard that has the Merlin pop in it, I've already taken it out because obviously I've already got my card, but inside it is a lanyard card holder. So the plastic bit to put on your lanyard, or if you wish to buy a separate lanyard, I think for the Thorpe Park video I bought the Ghost Train lanyard, so you don't have to use this. I probably won't use a lanyard simply because I think my lanyard days are past, other than when I'm in an office. But yeah, it's cool. So, but inside it anyway is the cards. So you take the card out and you take these out. These are your vouchers. It's just a plain plastic, by the way. It's nothing special. Obviously it's nice to have. So we'll get these open. I won't show the back of them obviously because they have unique codes, but as you can see, and as I say, I'm sure it's showing on the video now, you get 6 fast track vouchers, in my case for Alton Towers and Thorpe Park, but I have seen other posts and accounts that varies, so be conscious of that. I didn't see, when I bought my pass, I didn't see a way of choosing the fast tracks. I just got Alton Towers and Thorpe Park. You then get 3 Share the Fun, Bring Your Family and Friends for £19. So 3 vouchers if you want to take family and friends. Again, when the parks are about £25 to £35 entry, depending on the day, that's actually quite a good little deal, I think, actually, to knock it off, 10, 15 quid, depending on the time of year. You then also at the bottom get a token to redeem your Coca-Cola Freestyle Cup, and again, we will do that. And then you get 2 Coca-Cola refill cups. So just looking at the back of these now, just to try and see what it says to do. There aren't actually any instructions on the back to tell you how to redeem the freestyle drink. But again, I would assume you go to guest services or you go to one of the shops. As I say, I'll probably, if I'm not into cutting a video, I'm sure the information will appear on screen. There are codes on the back of the fast track vouchers. Let's see what it says about it though. To redeem these vouchers, please visit the Fast Track outlet. The voucher is non-transferable. So within the parks, I have seen these, although I don't think I covered them. There are fast pass booking machines, fast track booking machines, I should say. So you take these. They do have a unique code on the back of all of them, so I assume it's just a case of tapping in the code. So far in our travels to the parks, we haven't actually had to use these, but they are a nice emergency backup. But again, the freestyle voucher doesn't actually say, this voucher entitles the Platinum Pass holder to 1 freestyle cup, but it doesn't actually say where to take it to. Please check where to collect your Coca-Cola Freestyle Cup at merlinpass.co.uk. So again, the main purpose of buying the pass is to get your ability to go to the park in effect as and when you wish, depending obviously on what pass you buy. So the fact that you get 6 fast track vouchers, 3 family and friends vouchers, for Platinum the 2 drinks and the free, so in fact 3 drinks is the way to look at it, because you get the one on the day when you redeem it and then the other 2 to take with you. So again, those fast track vouchers are not cheap. I have covered those before, and the drinks machine again is not cheap when you look at it. So the saving you get in there, I think, but again, I'll keep an eye out on it when I go to the park next. I think the freestyle drinks are about £15 to buy the cup, and refills are, I think, a bit cheaper than that. So in effect, the vouchers give you an additional £35 saving. So when you work it out, you're actually, again, saving money. You get your nice little way of having your record being a platinum holder. The lanyard, if you go into the parks, the lanyards can vary from, I think they're all about £4, actually, I should say. So there's another £4 saving there. So if you actually add it all up, it's actually quite a neat little introduction. It feels special. As I've said before in other videos, I never saw myself being in a situation where I would be a pass holder of any description. I've always been very jealous of your Tim Trackers and your Adam the Woos talking about their Disney passes and their annual pass this and that. And I'm always envious of those people. So it's really nice to actually be able to do that. when I looked at the numbers, crunched the numbers, it worked out actually to be cost effective long term, as long as obviously you're intending to use it. So I really hope that this has been a helpful video. Again, nothing too detailed, nothing too deep diving, just to give you an idea. I do attend the theme parks as regularly as I can, and we do have content lined up. I have been to Thorpe Park, I have been to Alton Towers, and they have been documented. We have plans to go to Alton Towers later in the year. Thorpe Park's a little bit further away, and although obviously we didn't have the best of hotel experiences, we had a great day in the park. So we will go back to Thorpe Park one day. But also there's Warwick Castle, there's Chessington World of Adventure. I think Chessington World of Adventure is the next one we're looking to go through. So again, we'll keep a log of that. I really recommend this if you can afford it. That's not to be elitist in any kind of way. Money is very tight these days. Obviously, 2024 is a difficult year for everybody. If you are in a position to be able to afford to get one of these passes, be it Discoverer, Silver, Gold, Platinum, it's well worth it, is what I would say, particularly if you're intending to go to these things frequently. So I think that's going to do it. I really hope you did enjoy this video. Please do like and subscribe. Please do comment if you have any questions or any information. I'm always more than happy to answer as many questions as I can. Please follow us on Facebook. There is a Facebook group, Not That Media. And tell your friends. I really appreciate this, you viewing this. The channel is still relatively early. And I'm quite happy with some of the content that's been coming out now and some of the response. So long may it continue. But until next time, stay scared.